Hello, welcome back with me, Giani Shaftari Putri. And today I like to tell you about revenge porn. Revenge porn is the distribution of pornographic content without the consent of the person in the photo or video as a form of jealousy, revenge, or disapproval. The distribution of pornographic photos or videos is generally accompanied by threats. The aim is to humiliate, harass, intimidate, and even bribe. Currently, revenge porn is not only carried out by those closest to them, because some of the perpetrators of revenge porn cases can be carried out by hackers who steal the victim's data. Horrifyingly, revenge porn has a huge impact on victims, both physically and mentally. Here's the impact of revenge porn. First, experiencing anxiety and sorry. First, experiencing anxiety disorders, depressions, and sleep disturbances. Uh, experiencing anxiety disorders, depression, and sleep disturbance. Second, victims of revenge porn are also easily shocked, confused, have nightmares, and are haunted by fear even if the video or photo is not actually shared. Third, feeling guilty. Experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. Although revenge porn can also be experienced by men, cyber civil rights research shows that the response that women get is more skewed. Not only because the social and cultural consequences in society, which may still compare the behavior of women and men, negative comments tend to come to women as mistakes that they did not do. Victims of revenge porn will either isolate or withdraw. In fact, victims of revenge porn may lose their livelihood because their personal documentation is distributed by irresponsible parties. Victims of revenge porn are protected by law on crime of sexual violence UU TPKS, Article 14 of the TPKS law, which regulates electronic-based sexual violence based on Kompas reports. Perpetrators can be sentenced to a maximum of 4 years in prison and or a maximum fine of 200 million Indonesian rupiah. Not only that, the law of revenge porn is also stated in Article 4, Paragraph 1 of the Law Number 44 of 2008 concerning pornography, which prohibits providing and distributing pornographic content. In the next section, Article 9 also clearly states the prohibition of making someone a pornographic object. As reported by IDN from Hukum Online, like recording and producing pornography, perpetrators of copying and distributing pornography can also be charged under Article 4, Paragraph 1 and Article 29 of the Pornography Law. The punishment is imprisonment for a minimum of 6 months to 12 years and or a fine of at least 250 million Indonesian rupiah and a maximum 6 billion Indonesian rupiah. Apart from the pornography law, perpetrators of revenge porn can also be subject to articles in the ITE law. The reason, they spread pornographic content via internet. If so, then the perpetrators can be threatened with Article 27, Paragraph 1 of the ITE law, Article 45, Paragraph 1 of Law 19 to 2016 carries a maximum prison sentence of 6 years and maximum fine of IDR 1 billion. It should be noted, the articles above are known to creating and distributing them. If followed by threats, the offender can be subject to multiple articles with an additional penalty of up to 6 years in prison and or maximum fine of IDR 300 million. There are several things that can be aggravating penalties for perpetrators of revenge porn, including the level of damage caused. For example, the level of distress or annoyance caused to the victim. This includes level of psychological harm and practical harm, such as effects on employability and rates. This takes into account the level of planning involved as well as any efforts made to maximize losses, for example, sharing with the victim's employer or family. The court will also consider the level of distribution and persistence of the perpetrator. For example, if the perpetrator re-uploads deleted content. Evidence of attempts to blackmail the victim, otherwise known as sextortion. Evidence of attempts to blackmail the victims, otherwise known as sextortion. This involves the perpetrator threatening the release of the images for financial gain or emotionally manipulating the victim. Yeah, that's all information about revenge porn. I wish and I hope you guys get a new information about this. Okay,